Before we get started, just want to remind you that on November 15th, we're going to be kicking off a 4-day free online trading workshop. So make sure you register before it's too late. I'll put a link in the description box below or the show notes of the podcast, and I look forward to seeing you there. Hey guys, Akil Stokes here. In today's episode of the Trading Coach Podcast, I'm going to share with you an interview of a newer trader asking newer trader questions about backtesting.
Okay, so what got you into trading specifically then?
So I started off weirdly. It was because of the autism thing. I started off with physics, and then I did a year in physics at uni, and then I got into the cryptocurrency side of things through just listening to audiobooks, sort of the economics, and then it went from there to cryptocurrency, and then I sort of got quite deep into that, and then I quite like the idea of forex trading. I quite like the idea of investing in the cryptocurrencies as a long-term thing, but I'd prefer the idea of forex purely for the not manipulation side, but it's a lot harder to. Do you know what I mean? There's more people involved,
Yep.
if you know what I mean. So it's not.
Yep.
It's like 1% of all accounts are in. The highest accounts are in cryptocurrency are in 1% of the wallets, so it's easier to manipulate that sort of thing. So it's all very new to me.
Yeah. So
And to go off in fun little rants as well.
yeah, no, that's fine. What did you what was your first experience getting into it? How did you kind of find, where to go?
As in the trading itself,
Yeah.
just it literally purely was through cryptocurrency. So I listened to a lot of audiobooks while I was working. So day in, day out, I just listened to audiobooks, and it went from how I could make money to more like a passion.
Yeah.
The decentralization of it is quite appealing to me, and trading itself sort of went hand in hand with time. Work. I've spent all of my life working 50 hours a week, and I think I can do more now. So I'm at uni now doing my computer science degree. So
Right.
this sort of fits in with that as well. Semantics. I just like doing numbers and all that sort of stuff. I'm quite good with patterns as well. You say, what did you call it? REC, is it?
All right. RAF.
RES. That's it. I tend to be quite good at picking out patterns and stuff. So it seems quite fitting, really.
Great. So have you had previous on like the markets at all?
Just no. I'm very much side observing at the minute. I didn't want to blow any money, so I've made a lot of money. Well, I say a lot. I've made a bit of money on the cryptocurrency just by being in. I've not really done much trading though, because
Right.
I know myself. I know it's not that simple. I'd rather just sideline observe, do a demo account, things like that. And then I found this the tier one, and then I'd had so much scattered knowledge, and it sort of just pushed it all together. If that made sense.
Yeah, totally. So how far are you into your trading journey then? Like where are you at?
About to backtest.
Oh, okay.
So I've been flat out every day, day in, day out, and I've been through the strategies and that, and I've picked one that I like.
Yeah.
It's your one actually.
Yeah.
And there's a few things I wanted to ask as well before I went and backtested, which was more like, do you know, you go down into like, it's all right to ask questions now, or do you want to?
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Do you know when you jump down into smaller time frames, say for your entries, like tighter stops and whatnot?
Yep.
Do you backtest the same way? Do you like use the 1 hour, then jump down, or would you sort of go on the 1 hour, go backtest, mark them all out, and then jump down into a lower time frame, then look for your marks and work that way.
Yeah, I personally back tested it exactly how I look for the the system to play out. So I will look for the first chance, second chance, third chance entries on the continuation, and I'll test it as if it's real life. So that involves dropping down to look for the double tops. And yeah, so that's exactly how I tested it. I've tested it across the 4 hour and the hourly, so that's allowed me to look at the hourly for lower time frame and the 15-minute for lower time frame. But yeah, I know what you're saying. You just look for the actual continuation move and then go back through and check what entry triggered. I did it all as if it was real time. So I did it exactly how I teach it.
But then that means that you'd start on the hourly with it as opposed to your higher time frame. Is that just to sort of give yourself a bias? Is it more than anything?
Yeah, correct.
Okay. So that means I'd start on if I was to be doing the hourly, I'd start on an hourly and then go down to my lower for the entries.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I tell you, a great person who's done extensive work on this in the group, and she's here now, is Naomi. So if you reach out and share notes with Naomi, she's got a lot of value to offer there on what she's found. I know I always pass people to Naomi, but
I just watched the video, the YouTube one you did. It was brilliant. Right. Yeah. It's exactly how I felt.
Yeah. Yeah. No, she's done a lot of great work there. So no worries, Rob. So what are you're working on? You're just about to start back testing. What's the next? What would you like to get done? Where would you like to be kind of by the end of the year then?
It's hard for me to say really. I'd like to be trading a small live account. I'm quite active on. I like to be active all the time, constantly. So I find myself just doing this every day, day in, day out, but not actually doing any trading. Yeah. So I definitely don't think I'm ready yet.
Okay.
Only in terms of the fact that I haven't got any back testing done yet.
No.
So.
And it's not the quickest system to test, the trade continuation, because you are jumping between time frames and you have to really go through it like with a comb.
I get that. I've got plenty of time. As I say, I'm at home day in, day out in a minute. So it's something. I mean, are you saying it's going to take months and months?
Well, it could do. It depends how much of a rabbit hole you go into. I mean, it's you could just go, right, this is my system and this is how I'm going to trade it, or you could go, oh, what if I do this? What if I do that? How could I? Yeah. It's all going to depend on how you start to refine and optimize the results that you get and the ideas that you have throughout that process. And it is a bit of a rabbit hole.
I noticed that you said about because I initially was going to back test it and I was going to pick a time where I'd be trading, so like between 6 and 10, like you do. But then I noticed you said it's better to back test it through the whole day first. Yeah. And then you can sort of see where the most profit comes from.
Absolutely. Yeah. And you can start. Yeah, you don't want to just assume that just because for me it's profitable between a certain time, it's going to be profitable for you, because you might have different rules, you might see different things. So it's good to get a big sample size and then just filter down into the most profitable time to trade it. And that's the best way to build a system to suit you, which is obviously something you're going to stick out much easier than trying to do something that's outside of your lifestyle or your other habits. Excellent. So just lastly then, what's the kind of end goal for you then? Where do you see this? Where do you see trading fitting in?
I want to full time. Do you know what? I just really enjoy doing it. So it's as a job, perfect. Why not? At time, I can reduce my time if I need to. I can have different strategies for different times. So I can have like a day strategy. I could have a monthly strategy, which means I could just take a month off, if that makes sense. I want freedom, really. That's the main thing.
Yeah. Amazing. All right, so Rob's just come in and said, if I just walked in on a trend continuation conversation, by all means reach out. If so, you've got Naomi, you've got Robert Leach. Tony says a good guide, backtest 5 trades over a day, over 4 weeks, gives you 100 trades, add extra week for tweaking, 5 weeks, you could be done. Yeah, that's very true. It's just when people go into the kind of rabbit holes of, oh, what if I add this? What if I add that? What if I change this? What if I change that? And it kind of, that can go on for a long time and you can get really overwhelmed. But yeah.
Do you think I'm running before I can walk by picking that one first?
I think it's when you start testing, it's all a bit of a chicken and egg. It's all a bit of catch-22. So it's like, you just have to kind of start and then you'll find out if you've jumped the gun a little bit or if you've, you might be fine. All people approach it in different ways and people work at different speeds. I can't really tell you if you're jumping the gun. But I think once you start, you'll know.
Right.
Once you start, you'll know. Naomi says maybe create a plan with some goals so you're actually working towards something tangible rather than just an endless stream. Yeah. So the point of this session is to say, like, where do you want to be by the end of the year? How long is it going to take you to test certain pairs? Well, you don't know that yet, but once you do, you can then say, right, it takes me this long to do this if I do it this many hours per day or whatever. I need to get this many pairs done by so-and-so date, and then you're just working through it and you're getting it done. And that's a great thing to do. Awesome. Excellent. Well, mate, it's been a pleasure talking to you, and you've opened up now about what you're doing, what you're working on. Robert's there, Naomi's there, all the other guys in the group. You've told us what you want, where you kind of want to be in 3 months' time, what the bigger plan is for you. So it'd be good to catch up maybe in a few months' time just to see where you're at then, and have that as accountability so that we book in and we start talking again then.
Yeah, brilliant.
Amazing. Thank you, Steve.
Nice one. Cheers for that.
Cheers for coming on. Take care. All right, so that's it for this week. Steve was the only guy booked in, rescheduled from last week, which I appreciate. Just leaves us to say, what are you guys doing at the weekend? What's the accountability for this weekend? Are you guys working on anything of your own?
Hope you guys enjoyed the show. If you want more free content, make sure you check out my YouTube channel. Just go to YouTube and search Akil Stokes. I also have a YouTube Shorts channel as well with really quick 1 minute or less quick trading tip videos. So check that out as well. Make sure you subscribe, support what I'm doing. And until next time, plan your trade, trade your plan.